weird doing in real life.
You should do the jump through.
Maybe it's like a Patreon bonus. I can barely even see it in there. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 43 of the Existence podcast in the real world.
Hello.
We've all gathered here in Melbourne, Australia. Myself, mcpeachpies, mcnugggzs,
Pineapple,
and
Bananabubble.
Bananabubble, also known as Cat. This is a special occasion. I've come over from New Zealand. We've all recouped here in Melbourne. We'll come from across the southern coast of Australia.
Yep.
And it's quite a significant moment for Existence. We're 8 years in, finally meeting up. And what was I saying the other day? So 10 years of me being mcpeachpies, so to speak.
Yeah.
Within the world. So no, it was a good time to come and meet up, but we're all pretty tired. We had a big night last night, but we wanted to do this podcast as a significant thing.
Yeah, for sure. First IRL podcast.
I know, and hopefully,
Yeah.
I mean, it was fitting. It's, if we can do it. I mean, who knows if this will even work? Just checking.
Am I recording?
Knowing me, doing dual camera, dual mic setups. Hopefully the audio quality's alright. I'm gonna have to balance the crap out of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's good to be here.
it is.
It is.
And it'll be sad to say goodbye.
It will.
Yeah.
But we've all got. Well, you're here.
Yeah.
But we've all got a couple more days here.
Yeah.
But we're splitting up after, literally, we're going to record this and then leave. But I don't know. Do we just want to recap the trip so far?
Yeah, I suppose
Sure.
so.
Yeah.
Well, you and I flew in.
Yep. On, what's that?
Friday.
Yes, which I keep thinking was Thursday, and then keep thinking that.
Well, you left Thursday, do you?
Yeah.
And then keep thinking that Saturday was Friday, and then even this morning I thought it was Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we flew in super early. You left at 1 a.m.
Yeah, 1:45 a.m.
And I left at 6 a.m., which means I was up at 3 a.m.
Ooh.
And then, so you and I landed, you got here about 7 a.m., I got here about 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And we were just knackered.
Yeah. I was lucky I didn't have to go through all the customs like you.
No, which was fine, but when you've got less than 4 hours sleep and it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It was nice to just
At least
walk
it's
through.
an empty time, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I forgot to take my phone in my pocket and I had to go through the X-ray machine.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it was alright. The flight was alright. But this is my first time leaving New Zealand, which everyone's always surprised by. They're always like...
Yeah, I was surprised when you said you got your passport for this trip.
well, kind of. So, for those who don't know, my sister actually lives here in Melbourne as well. So, I was always going to come over to visit family for that sake. But then it lined up really well with meeting up with all you guys. It was good timing, really. And so I got my passport for that. But yeah, all my co-workers at work were always like, have you been to Melbourne before? I was like, no.
You travel so much in New Zealand that it's surprising.
They're like, have you been to Australia before? I was like, no. And they're like, have you been overseas before? I'm like, no. But I've seen pretty much, a good chunk, if not more, probably 75% of New Zealand at this point. Not quite, but a good chunk of it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've known you two for... since Game Mode 4.
Yeah.
Which predates Existence by about a year.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I think I joined Game Mode 4 we could fact check it actually.
Yeah. So
I'm not too sure.
It would have been October 2015.
I'd imagine that would be about right.
Yeah.
No, it was before 2015, right?
Well, I started YouTube in 2014. So I realised that the microphone's going to pick up everything on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Here we go. Game Mode 4, PS2.
PS2.
Yes, PlayStation.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Death experience.
Yeah. Yeah, October 5th, 2015.
Damn.
So...
Oh, right, okay.
Nearly 9 years ago.
It was a couple of years ago.
Just a few.
Yeah.
And then about a year after that, not even a year after that actually. Yeah, March 2016 we started Existence. which you were at the very beginning. And I always thought you were at the beginning, but you joined a little bit later.
No, you didn't let me join at the beginning.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Probably for good reason.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I shouldn't let you join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Regrets.
it wasn't too long after that I joined.
No, it was like April or something.
But yeah.
So we started March, and like a month later you joined. But I was super particular about like video quality
Yeah,
and
you
that kind
wanted
of
the
thing.
consistent videos as well.
Yeah, which we didn't always get, but that's all right. I mean, who am I to judge? But we've come a long way since then. Now we've completely moved past all that legacy stuff, as we've talked about 100 million times in every other podcast and anniversary celebration and all that carry on. But yeah, so to finally meet up with you guys in particular was a big deal. But then also having you here.
I've been in there for 4 years.
I've been here the whole time.
It's 4 years like that.
I know.
So long, it's gone
We were
quick.
talking about that was it the 8th? And you weren't there. Why am I looking at you?
I know.
You're just MIA half the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But I think it was the 8th anniversary. We were like, the community servers have been running, including like Keystone, for essentially half of the life of existence.
Yeah.
So we started what
2020.
2020 was Community Server
Yeah.
1A,
Oh, right.
Right.
which was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've just had the 8th anniversary, so we've actually surpassed the legacy area now.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so 9 years next March, and then 10 the following March is bizarre. But I'm going to tell the story again how you came in the picture, because I find it so fascinating. It's just...
It's convoluted.
I mean, it's kind of not, but also like,
Yeah.
I think what fascinates me about it is how I always forget that like, it started with our small group at the
Yes.
beginning, like
Yeah.
you, me, Caney, TC,
Yep.
whoever else was there was, Aussie Fox, Mr. Block,
Yep.
those kind of people are no longer around. But then when you follow like I keep mentioning like a family tree
Yeah.
of how everybody like knows everybody, and it's kind of bizarre. So you and I knew each other. Well, we knew each other from Game Mode 4.
Mode 4, yep.
Yep.
So that kind of makes sense. And then at some point in Legacy Season 1, Artificial Yogurt joined. And I don't know how they came into the
sure how.
picture. Was it just like Game Mode 4 or YouTube or...
I think,
It might have just been YouTube. I'm not
yeah.
sure.
I mean,
don't
we
think
were a
they ever
YouTube
played-
series, primarily. That
I
was the
don't
whole
think they ever
deal.
played Game Mode 4. So
No.
I don't think it was through that. I think they might have just found us randomly and said, hey, can I join?
Probably. Maybe when we used to, take ourselves too seriously
Yeah,
and
yeah.
do like, oh, we're now accepting members into our
Yeah.
really important SMP. But no, that was good. And then, so yeah, they played on Legacy Season 1 and then left Season 1 at some point, started doing their own live streaming and stuff. And then separately, you would have been watching them from just knowing them from
Yes,
Existence.
yeah.
And then you just stumbled across them,
Stumbled
again,
across, yeah.
as you do. But then you were streaming it, like you were doing Twitch stuff
Yeah.
then. And you were like, hey, you're doing Twitch stuff.
Yeah.
I'll come
Yeah.
watch you.
Yeah.
And then you were like,
And then I never got rid of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
because you two are pretty good friends. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
regardless of any, like, that's just, it is crazy. Like, well, even just us all being here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going from, just playing Minecraft together
Yeah.
to now
Different countries,
sitting in an
yeah.
Airbnb in, giant city in Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were being friends, and then you went, hey, you want to come play Minecraft on this
Yeah.
Minecraft server? Because that
join.
must have been just after we opened. Because were you at the beginning of Community Server 1?
No, I missed the start of it.
But do you remember
Yeah.
roughly?
It was pretty early.
Pretty early,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would have been. Because it
I
would have
joined
been
the Discord
during
on
COVID.
July 1st, 2020.
Oh, and we literally wasn't it like end of June that we?
I don't know, I wasn't there at the start. It wasn't long into it.
Hang on, we have this. If I go to archive.existencesmp.com/worlds, I'll go to it should be the old website.
It might have been like a week or two after or something.
28th of June 2020. So literally
Oh,
like a week later.
Yeah.
Not even, like 3 days later.
I don't know whether I joined the same day, same
Mm.
day I joined the
But that's,
Discord,
yes, that's crazy. So like, yeah, we've gone through... I like that it says here, this is a description of the page. I'm not really sure what goes here, but I'm sure Peach will have heaps of stuff to say.
And you didn't write that?
No, yep, put that in. And we've never come around to that. We do plan on making a new website at some point with a lot more stuff. But yeah, no, just like the web of connection that everybody who's part of Existence, has pretty much come from somewhere. We've got a few people who have just stumbled in from people's videos and
from
streams
YouTube,
and
yeah.
stuff. Like we were talking about the other day, Yogg's New Dawn video just went viral, so to speak. It got like 500 views in a week, which is a lot for our kind of community.
Yeah.
But just it's awesome that we still have that connection. But even then, most of the people who are around these days are more or less like the same people who've kind of been around for a long time. Even you've got people that have been fans or following the original YouTube series that are now just key members of the community. Even I was gonna say at Jay and Galaxy, but they did play on Jay joined on Community Server 2. I don't know where Jay came from.
Community Server?
Yeah.
Sorry, Legacy
I was
Season
gonna
2.
say.
Yeah. He'll be watching this.
Just spawned in.
Hi, Jay.
Let us know in the comments. But he just summon Purple Jay.
That's how I feel about half the community just gets summoned.
Well, Marco usually brings half of Marco's real life friends play on the server, which is great. And same with
That's
Little.
cool.
Yeah.
Little's got heaps of people they know from the real world.
Yeah, that's cool. All my friends didn't want to.
Well, mine is the same. I've always tried to get my friends to play, and a handful of people have. But then, I guess I
consistent.
don't. No, none of my friends really play as much Minecraft as I do. They'll go
You
through
don't play
phases.
that much compared to a lot of us.
Oh, that's true. I've been just slow. We were talking about the other day.
10 hours on New Dawn?
I've got 10 hours on New Dawn. I think 12 now. And then I died in lava, so I haven't played since. But it was literally a matter of from about the end of April through to the end of June, my work was non-stop. We were doing a large portion of priority work to get done in that period of time.
Yeah.
And then straight out of that, I had to wrap up Community Server 2. And I, at some point, just the week before, I basically played every single moment of my spare time to finish off as many projects as I could before we closed and polish up the town and stuff. And help out you and Jay and whoever else you were on a bit too, I think.
Yeah.
You weren't.
No.
Do you even have a base?
Yeah,
That's in the wall.
you've got you've got the hobbit hole on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And then your
unfinished pyramid.
Dima pyramid
21 parts thing, yeah.
Oh,
Don't know
I
if
don't think I ever saw that.
you build.
No, it's on the nether roof and blocks away.
It's directly east, I think.
Yes, it would be, because East is up.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's why you're not allowed back.
Yeah.
So I played basically non-stop for a week to finish the project on there, and then as soon as Community Server 2 closed, it was a full-on week of development for New Dawn. Literally most of the development, the original idea sprouted back at the start of the year, and then we had the community meeting in April, whenever it was. But I didn't do much development between then and then. So it was directly after Community Server 2 closed that the most of the development went into New Dawn.
Yeah.
So that was a non-stop week. And then we opened New Dawn, and then after New Dawn opened, it was a full-on week of development for the reunion UHC that you were at, and you went there.
Nope.
And then after that, it was a full-on week of exhaustion, I think.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You fled the country.
Yeah. And then it was just back to work, and now, and then I had to plan all this trip and get this all figured out. And I'm also planning the Europe trip in November, of course. Where I'll have to try and do another podcast. It might just be Yog and I, though.
Very busy.
Do
Do it on the roller coaster.
so
Real life vlogging.
me and all the Netherlanders are we're going to some theme park. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of because I'll butcher it and they'll correct me anyway. But yeah, we're doing that. But we are meeting up in another city the day after. But we'll see. We don't have quite the convenience of an Airbnb.
Yeah.
But I'm staying with Yoglington for 6 days anyway.
Yeah, you could easily do one there then.
Trying to think how Yog came to be.
Was Yog in Legacy Season 1?
Yeah, he joined about halfway through, about a year in.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know how the orcs came to be? I'm trying to remember. Yog, if you're watching this, leave us a comment.
Let us know.
The comment's just going to be all Legacy members, I joined because of this. Well, actually, anyone watching this, if you're in the community,
We'd love to hear it.
yeah, I've always meant to do a Google form and actually
Family tree.
mine some data, figure out where everyone came from. But yeah, so I'm staying with Yog for about 6 days. I'm traveling around Denmark with Yog anyway. So we'll see if we record anything. We'll probably play Dungeons. Although we've had a hard point in Dunedin's, we got to the last level and it's too hard.
Oh, really?
Well, the level's not hard. The boss fight is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole nother story. But there's a lot of people that have kind of all been around the block for a while.
Yeah.
Ironically.
It's crazy it's taken this long.
I don't know if that's ironic. I think that's more just funny.
Yeah.
A pun.
It's punny.
Punny, yeah.
Who invited you here?
Him.
Did I?
I don't
I
know.
think so.
You would have just seen my Game Mode 4 video and
Yeah.
then...
Yeah, I just kind of asked to join.
Yeah. Mm.
And for some reason you let me in.
I never looked back. But, oh dear, oh well. But no, so I know we've had a good couple days here in Melbourne. We were going to go to, well, you and I roamed around on Friday, like lost children.
Waiting for the Airbnb to be open.
Waiting for mum and dad to come pick us up from school. Yeah, because we got in so early that we just basically had to kill time with our bags. I know we dropped our bags off.
We dropped them off at some
like a bag drop thing.
dodgy convenience store.
The convenience store itself wasn't dodgy, but just it felt uneasy using like a weird third party thing to find a random place to drop your bag.
I thought it was gonna be like a locker, but he just like took them away.
Well, we just took him like upstairs to his flat, left him in his living room, rummaged through them, and who knows. But that was handy because you've brought a giant suitcase. I brought like a hybrid backpack thing, but you've brought like a full on month-long trip to
going on a trip.
But that was handy. And then we just wandered around and tried to not fall asleep and went to the Lego store, Melbourne Central.
Yes, we did.
I'm not going to touch my laptop because you guys have propped up everything behind it.
Just gotta keep
It's a Lego keychain.
Very nice.
It's the gold one. And that was it.
Oh, you haven't got yours out. Don't worry about it.
No, I got the Mando and a Grogu.
Mando and Grogu. Got our passports stamped, our Lego passports.
Yeah.
And I got my birthday one.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it was my birthday last
definitely
week.
your birthday.
Well, they did ask. They're like, is it your birthday? Anyone's birthday? I was like, well, mine was last week. Yeah. Well, that was it. We were going, so yesterday, we were going to go to, you were going to miss out because you booked your flight later.
Yes, yeah.
But we were going to go to, what was it called? The Lego Discovery Centre.
Yeah.
And we were like this close. We were already, you and I were like up in the morning, ready to go. You were on the train coming into the city. And then I'd read it and it's like, adults 18 or over must be accompanied by a child for entry.
Which we lack.
Like, what?
Yeah, which we lack.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, apart from me.
Huh?
Apart from me.
I don't think you'd pass.
You put your when you put your shoes on your knees.
Yeah.
Scatter in.
But the worst thing is there was an adult night the night before.
Yeah, literally Friday night, which I saw. I knew it was there.
Oh, right.
And I did look at booking it. But then I was like, no, it's all right. We'll go on Saturday.
We did it earlier. We could have.
But because I was looking at the tickets and I was like, oh, if we'd booked yesterday, they would have been way cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And then I read a little bit more and it was like, oh.
Yeah.
But
we were exhausted.
We were so tired. I remember when we finally checked in after we did like 3 laps around the city because we had to go pick up the key. And then we realised that we were out of the free tram zone. Yep. So we had to walk back to get a public transport card. Then the first place we went where it told us to go, there was no way to get a card.
It was just a Crown casino.
Just a casino. I walked into the lobby and I was like, there is nothing here. I have no idea why it's sent us here. So then we had to walk back to one of the stations we'd just come through for the tram. Then we got the thing, and then I was like so prepared that we were going to have to walk back to the other station, forgetting that tram's going on St. Park. And then we finally got there. This is while we were carrying your giant suitcase.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, on wheels. But
not in your back.
I had mine as a backpack one, which was handy, but God, it was just
heavy.
After being awake for over 12 hours at that point, which is normal, but on 4 hours sleep at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And at least you got some sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
But
you got some sleep beforehand.
Yeah, that helped.
Actual sleep.
Yeah, that made a huge difference. Because that was the same with the reunion at sea. I got up at 3 in the morning for that as well. Although that was a bit different because that was get some sleep, wake up for 6 hours, and then I listened to some of the last podcast, episode 42.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like you can tell, if you really listen, you can just tell that I'm just trying to keep it going for another little bit. Oh gosh, that was a struggle, but it was a good podcast. That was a nice catch up with like
nice
Oki was there. We had Jay, you, myself,
Yog.
and Yog was there. That was always good because Yog's not often in the podcast.
Yeah.
And that was on New Dawn as well.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, which is
It's
cool.
a nice little showcase.
It was nice, but it was funny because I keep flicking, occasionally back and forth from the camera view to my perspective, and I have my shaders on, so it's kind of polaring, like contrasting, but it was alright.
That's alright.
But yeah, so then we finally got here at like 4 o'clock, it must have been.
Yeah, after we'd gone the wrong way around the building.
Yeah, because we had one address, so we got off the tram, walked around the block, went past the street that we actually wanted to go into. Oh no, it's not that one, it's the next one. Get all the way down, find the address is wrong, and think, okay, well, we know it's on the other street, so we walked back around not knowing that if we just keep going a little bit more, we would have just been let a loop around. But you were the one navigating, so I don't know.
I didn't even see that.
Did you put in the number?
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's on the other side. Well, that's the way that Maps was telling me to go, so I was like, okay.
Was that driving?
No, it was walking.
Oh.
I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, this lady found us like down on the street out there, and she was walking her dogs, and she's like, "You guys are right," and we're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You lost," and we're like, "No, we're okay now. We've found the right thing." And she's like, "Oh, because I saw you on the other side of the road before." And then we're like, "No, we're all good." And next thing you know, like you're just like,
I'm like
standing there trying. I'm like, "Where is it? Where is it?" And you're like,
"Oh, it's further this way."
Yeah. So we had to walk all the way down. And then we finally get the fob for the key, get in the door, and we like give her a wave down the street.
That was nice.
And then we got in, and we were just so tired.
So tired.
So yeah, for us to then, if we had like to go out again, get dinner, and then go all the way, like because what's like
another hour
on the train to get to where the Discovery Centre is. We would have been done for.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have enjoyed ourselves, I don't think. But oh well. But I mean, no, it's all good. It's we ended up going to the museum as you're like the museum has a T-Rex and we're like done, say no more.
Go see the dinosaurs.
Go see the
That
dinosaurs.
was cool. There's a T-Rex and a Triceratops.
Yeah, with pretty complete skeletons.
And I kept calling them dinosaurs dragons every time I saw them on Discord for some reason.
Yeah.
Been watching too much Game of Thrones, House of Dragon.
Probably.
But no, that was good. Got our little mementos, tiny little Stegosaurus guy. And you got, what was the other one you got?
Triceratops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what did you buy?
I bought a fridge magnet.
You got the magnets down.
Oh, the one from the museum must still be in my bag.
Oh, yeah.
What I've got. Where is it? This one, Melbourne.
Love the show and tell.
And this one, also from Melbourne. From two different $2 shops, whatever you
Souvenir shops, yeah. What did I bought the little koala keychain, which I think is there somewhere.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see it on camera, but that's all right. It was requested by someone they wanted just a koala keychain.
Little koala.
I love it's on the wide zoom, so it's like really long arms. So good. But yeah, no, that was good. And then of course, so Melbourne is in the middle. Let's say Melbourne's in the middle. You've come forward 2 hours.
Yes.
And I've gone backwards 2 hours.
Yeah.
So by the time it was like 9 o'clock after we'd had dinner and watched TV and stuff, it was like in New Zealand it was 11 o'clock for me, like PM, and for you it was like 7 PM.
Yeah.
So like there's the more like I think I went to bed at like 10:30. Which is like past midnight for me after being up since 3 a.m. and walking I think like 11 kilometers or something my phone said.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so we were knackered, but like at least you were still like on a normal time, whereas I was like so tired. Even last night. So we got back at like midnight, eh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And we didn't have dinner until like 9. So at that point I was like having dinner at like 11.
Really have dinner?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we did. Yeah, we went to the food court.
You had half a dinner.
Yeah.
Horrific.
That was the worst lemon chicken I've ever had. It was horrible.
If you're at that one place, don't get that lemon chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a good night, but it was like I just keep remembering that my body clock is not adjusted.
Yeah.
But even like this morning, so you guys are all like out of it because you went to bed at like 1 a.m. But I went to bed just before you. So I got up a little bit later, give you guys a little bit of a breather, but I was like, right, I'm going to be not considerate because we got to get up because we got to get out of here. And even then, you guys, you were awake, I noticed that. But you two were out of like a whole other hour while I was up like doing dishes and stuff. It was good.
I think I said morning to you at one point.
You did. I waved
Probably
you.
grumbled
I had a
and then went
shower
back to sleep.
and waved you when I came out of the bathroom. You're on the couch, and then you went to sleep again.
Yep.
And then I came out to have some breakfast, and I think I saw you wake up again, and then you fell asleep again. And then I think you woke up one more time and potentially said good morning and then fell asleep again.
When I got up,
Sounds
you just
about
huddled
right.
under your blanket.
Yeah, but when I came out to have a shower, you were like literally like
under it.
all I could see was legs. So I thought it was you because I know that you
Right,
were originally
yeah.
going to sleep on the
Yeah.
couch, but then I just saw legs.
Right.
You weren't that different. You were like curled up in a little ball. Like,
Yeah, probably.
It was good, but no. So yeah, yesterday was good. Melbourne's an awesome city.
Yeah.
I just can't believe like when we went to Melbourne Central, the huge mall, how big it was and
Oh.
how many levels
Yeah.
it was, and
And there's multiple balls.
Wow.
yeah, and just the amount of people on the street,
You
like
turn the corner and it's just keeps going.
just
Yeah.
keeps going. It's a huge city, but awesome city. All the buildings and skyscrapers and stuff, which is so different to what I'm used to in New Zealand. Like, especially in the city I live in Christchurch, which is, we were talking about the other day, had massive earthquakes. So now they don't build any buildings to a certain height at all.
Yeah.
And like, there's hardly any like underground car parks or anything because people are just terrified. But coming here and seeing like these giant skyscrapers, big contrast. But for you,
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but-
yeah. Nothing new.
But no, it's cool. So yeah, it's been an awesome couple of days. We've made the most of it. But it's just been nice, like you were saying yesterday, like when you came back here, when we had to cancel our plans for the
Yeah.
Lego Discovery Centre, just be able to like sit and just like
Not do anything.
not do
Hang
anything and
out.
just talk about like
Yeah.
Yeah.
existence, but from a completely different perspective now
Yeah.
that we've all like realised that we actually exist and we're not like AI.
Yeah.
We're not like Marco yesterday who just chose
AI.
chaos and chose to be AI for some reason. And then we saw that horrific AI picture at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
I've got photos I posted on them. I'll try to
fingers.
remember all weird like molded fingers and like
Yeah.
eyes looking in different directions and people's like arms turning into like
Parts of
Other
their
people.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how depressing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we were saying, most people wouldn't notice.
No.
But because we're like in that, I guess, generation or even just, internet awareness,
Yeah.
we know what's going
Yeah,
on
we
and
can
what to
tell.
look for.
Yeah.
So that was depressing. But mocktails were good.
They were.
Mm.
Well, not the, I know I did try your mocktails.
Yeah.
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 I had mocktails. Yeah.
And I had cocktails.
But we had one that was super limey. It was so strong.
Mm.
But no, that was a cool. What was it? Oh, it's called Fiddle.
yeah, fiddle.
Funny place. But yeah, no, that was an awesome spot. And then we walked down
South Bank.
South Bank.
South
Bank. Literally called South Bank. Was the other side called North Bank by chance?
There's not much on it. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just got Batman Park.
Batman Park, yeah. What is Melbourne? It's got Batman Park and South Bank and
Marvel Stadium.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Stadium. I don't know if this place is real. It's all made up. This is just a
Is
big
it?
Minecraft server. Melbourne SMP. But yeah, no, it's been awesome. But yeah, so today, after we finish up this quick episode, we'll check out of our B&B. I don't know what you're going to do. Follow these two around.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I'm going to go off and see some family. But then, I don't know, we'll try recoup with you two before you leave
Yosh.
on Tuesday and we leave on Wednesday. So I'll definitely see you at the airport anyway. But we'll see where we go. But yeah, and then we'll see when we all meet up again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Europe's next for me.
We're not all
I
going
won't
to
go
Europe.
for
No,
that.
you're welcome to.
In a month's time, just.
It's not 10 hours from
Probably
you to
not this
Singapore.
time.
It's only, 6 in
It
theory?
takes about 2 days to get there.
Yeah, it's going to take
Flights and
me,
layovers
I think,
and-
30 hours or
Oh,
something.
geez. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
so my flight from New Zealand to Singapore is 10 hours. And then I'm in Singapore to just over 6. So that's 16 hours. And then from Singapore to Amsterdam is 13 hours. So what's that, 29
Wow.
hours?
That's a lot.
At least you've got Singapore, you can do a whole lot of things like shower and.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping for, yeah. Because then I get to Amsterdam at like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Which I'm not looking forward to. But I'm like, I'm hoping I can maybe just, we did drop our bags off.
Yeah.
The hotel is close by and they got a shuttle and
Oh,
stuff.
that's good.
We use the hotel log
is it-
even for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 days in Amsterdam by myself until I meet up with
Oh yeah,
the others.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Just to like recover.
Sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll probably just stick around near the hotel for like the Friday because it's like near the airport, so there's heaps of
Yeah.
like shops and stuff. And then on the Thursday and then the Friday I'll just go explore like in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Take lots of photos.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to like all like the rivers and
Canals.
canals, yeah. And then the Saturday, that's when we meet up with all the Netherlanders.
Theme park.
Theme park, and then city, and then there's like a just under 2 week break in the middle where I'm going to meet up with another friend, go to Prague and explore Germany, that kind of thing, and then meet up with Jog,
Yeah.
explore Denmark, go to the Lego house,
Yeah.
The Lego house.
yeah. Like no, like as in it's called like it's the Lego
where Lego
headquarters.
is, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's called Lego
Oh,
house.
right. Okay, that's cool.
And then I think
There's probably a house made of Lego too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
But then we're going to go, I said to Jog, what are we going to do while I'm in Denmark? And he was like, Lego? And I went, yeah. And I was like, okay. And he went, pizza. And I went, good. I said, anything else? He went, no.
It's Lego.
So it's Lego and pizza. And I've got to see about 6 days with Jog. And then I fly back through Singapore again from Copenhagen. So it's going to be a big trip. And it's
Yeah.
going to go
Few
so
stamps on
quick.
your passport.
My Lego passport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get your passport stamped coming in.
No.
No.
Because you don't go, like, there's no, like, customs control officers or anything. It's just, like, fill out the form and here you go.
Yeah.
I guess
it's
maybe
probably
for New
yeah.
Zealand, yeah.
Well, that was like Ireland to England, no passport stamp.
I
No.
got my passport stamped in England.
No customs or anything.
Yeah.
Just went straight through.
We
Weird.
went through passport control and stuff.
It's kind of disappointing, but...
Yeah.
Disappointing in Europe when you drive over the borders.
Oh, and just nothing happens.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing
yeah.
happens. You're like, it's a bridge. Okay.
Oh, well. Yeah. I mean, my thing was I brought my Lego passport, which I feel
Yeah.
like when you and I were like, can we please have a Lego passport? You know, I feel like, us,
In 20s, get
in your 20s going, can I get my passport stamped?
Give me a stamp,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. I also thought about it after the other night because they had free engraving on the brick keychains.
Yeah.
And I should got Melbourne put on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
But oh
You
well,
can go back.
I could go back.
Buy another one.
Hey, I got this the other day. But yeah, no, so it's been an awesome trip here and it's going to be an awesome trip in the Netherlands, finally meeting up with all of us.
Other people you've known for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, Kaney's the same. I've known Kaney since Game 04 days. Actually, no. I've known Kaney longer because I originally used... Kaney had Crystal Quest, a minigame plugin.
Oh.
And I used to co-run a New Zealand minigame server as part of the New Zealand network.
Right.
And we had Crystal Quest on there. And I remember raising a few bugs and stuff with Kaney at the time.
Huh.
And then... I don't know if Kaney was already on Game 04 or found it through me or what happened there or just happened across it and then we met up again. I think it might have been that because Kaney was doing one of the UHCs that I competed in it. But yeah, and then Kaney became part of Existence. And I remember saying like way back when Existence first started, maybe the first anniversary, I have Game 04, the community of Game 04 to thank so much for the majority of people from Existence coming from Game 04.
Just hijacked them all.
But I mean, like, we still use so many Game 04 data packs. And I think I'm still a patron, actually. I've been $1 patron for Game 04 since the beginning. Well, not since the beginning, but pretty early into it.
I don't think I am anymore.
Unbelievable.
I got my dad to do it.
And he's like, what is Patreon?
But yeah, so yeah, meeting Kaney will be awesome. After I could probably go back. It'll probably be about like 2014, so it probably has been about 10 years since I've known Kaney. But yeah, then getting to meet like people like Yog, who I'm really good friends with. Like what I say, I've got like a 1700 days Snapchat streak with Yog, which is how many days is that?
What's, you know how many days it is?
200.
242 weeks.
So it's like 5 years?
Just over 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
So, I mean, yeah, that's basically since like the start of 2020, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So That'd be good. I'm really looking forward to our Snapchat being photos of each other. That was like when we were playing around in Discord, was it yesterday? And I turned my camera on when I was on the couch and you turned yours on and we both pointed at you. Just little things like that.
Or just been sending the same photos.
Or even just sending, it's like my Snapchats the other day was like one picture to Yog was you, one picture was to you, and I just like captioned them with you. So being able to like actually, you know, and like we do dungeons, we've always made like videos on Existence together, so being able to finally, you know,
see each other,
bring that friendship to a, you know, a realistic, literally like realistic level, should be really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. But just, getting out of New Zealand, I've seen so much in New Zealand now. But that's like...
Now you come to cities.
Yeah.
Like an actual city.
I finally left the dirt paths and the drawing carriages.
Out of your hobbit hole.
We're somewhere where we don't have to burn oil lamps to see at night.
This is electricity.
but you know, it's going to be a really significant moment for Existence.
Yeah.
And then, so next year, like the 9-year anniversary is going to be here just like that. It's going to be so quick. Like we're already in September now. But and then 10 years is where we might finally have a US meetup.
Yeah, that would be cool.
See if I get there or not.
Just everyone.
Do you get
Well, I think potentially, you know, there could be, if we give it enough planning.
Yeah.
You know, like this trip we planned. Like I've got a friend from New Zealand in Europe, which is kind of the inside effect there. Yeah. But then I was like, well, if I'm going to go see them, then I want to see everybody else.
Yeah.
But whereas with like the 10-year anniversary, if we kind of get a game, okay, right, here is the dedicated trip.
Have our own little Minecon.
Well, that nearly happened once.
Yeah.
Back with, it might have been Minecraft Earth.
Oh yeah.
Was that the person one or Minecraft?
I think the first one of those was.
Oh, I don't know.
Was it called Minecraft Earth?
Wasn't that the augmented reality
Live,
one?
it was something.
Oh yes, it was. Which I played and then they closed. And
I only saw like Mumbo and Green's video and that was it.
It was fun, but it killed my phone. It was way too grunty. Not grunty enough. No, it wasn't. It was like
live?
It might have been live, but I don't know if it was live. It was after they got rid of Minecon and it had a different name.
Because it wasn't a Minecon for ages. Years and years.
But anyway, TC Midnight incited a meetup for that, and I was like really heavily considering it, and we were all going to get like a B&B and stay together and stuff. And I can't remember what happened. I think not enough people were actually able to commit, or something happened, and we just.
Then COVID happened.
And well, I mean, that was good for Existence. You know, we had probably one of the biggest openings ever with Community Server 2, although New Dawn was a huge opening.
It's gone pretty well.
This is still going well. Let's actually have a look.
Who's online?
Who's online? If you're watching
probably
this,
no one, because it's normally us.
Yeah, true. It'll be
Evelyn? No.
Toadster and Flaxy. Of course, Flaxy's not in bed. Go to bed, Flaxy. But
just messaging like the admin.
the server chat. I do that sometimes.
Oh, it's great.
It'll come up with like server.
Town is getting huge.
Yeah, Spudofia. That's definitely the biggest town.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Goes up on the mountain and everything.
Talking about New Dawn, do we want to give context away?
Oh,
The posters
You get no say.
if you can even see it on camera.
Can you see it?
Kind of. I mean, you can see it's there, whether you can read it or not.
Yeah.
But
Time to show
so
the camera again.
how would you explain it? You do a bunch of like wrestling?
Yeah, so professional wrestling, so like WWE type of stuff. A couple months ago we had a show called New Dawn, and I was just pulling out all of my leaflets that I hadn't given out, and I handed it to Patrick, and he's just like, what is this?
You Dawn?
Have you made posters for the server? I'm just like, no.
You
this
didn't
is my
What
stuff.
is this? A server?
You didn't even know there was a server.
No, I didn't.
You just been
That's
in
how
your
out of the
hole.
loop I am.
Yeah.
So no, that was real funny. So now that's why we've got it on display there.
Yeah.
But that was real funny. But like it's being able to like meet each other in person is where you can have those kind of interactions, because otherwise sitting behind just voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
But no, so it's been awesome. Very, very lucky to be here and to actually kind of all meet up. It worked out really well in the end for all of us, because we weren't sure if it was actually going to line up, and if flights were going to be affordable and accommodation and that kind of thing.
And if I was going to have any money.
Yeah. It's all right. We joked that we were going to fund what was it, the B&B from the Patreon? Well, it's like, patrons. Thank you for your
gotta pay
support
for
this
flights
month.
elsewhere, yeah.
We've successfully got an Existence B&B for 2 nights. But no, we're doing really well on Patreon at the moment, almost too well. So I'm going to look at reviewing the server performance and maybe upgrade it a bit, which would be good. But it did work out well with being able to get affordable flights and affordable accommodation and all kind of meet up and it's been awesome. So I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the week goes and see if we meet up again and see when we all see each other again.
Yep.
Have to get guys to New Zealand next.
True.
I'd love to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I've been there once. I went through the airport.
You went through the airport. Did you even leave the international terminal? No. So technically you haven't been to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because that's international territory, technically speaking.
Fair.
Did you go through duty free?
Yes.
Did you go through customs?
I think so. I can't remember.
No, you wouldn't have gone through customs.
This is 2017.
How long were you at the airport?
I think we were only there for like 3 hours.
You probably had just
between.
duty-free shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I know like Al Guardian and you and a few other people I know, Yog and stuff, all been talking about coming to New Zealand. All the pictures I see keeps helping. Just free tourism advertising for New Zealand. But absolutely. But I'm definitely reaching out into the world and seeing who I can see anyway and going from there. So
yeah, why not?
Cool. All right, we've got 3 minutes to check out of the B&B.
Oh, wow.
I will quickly, because I always forget, better thank our Patreons.
The lovely Patreons.
Oh, don't want autopilot. This is usually what I'm doing off camera when no one's looking. All right. A big thank you to Sugarcaney, The Mundane, Yoggington, ACG, iGalaxy, Wafflestick, It's Purple J, HA2222, Little, McNugggzs, Marco, Project, Earthy, Flaxy, Change, I think that's Art, Wolfie, I have not noted down what to call these people. That's one of Marco's friend, Nude Slit. Someone joined just called Dick. Thanks, Dick. And Al Guardian. Literally, I think like 3 of those people have become patrons in the past week, so good thing we're recording the podcast. the monthly podcast. That's a perk on Patreon. It's like, pledge to us and you become a monthly, Patreon.
I swear it's monthly.
It is monthly. But this has been a quick one. But thank you all so much for the support. It's great to see you guys here in Melbourne, Australia.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. And we will see who I see next.
Ready for the next IRL one.
We'll see. Awesome. All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.